Welcome. Welcome, I say. I say welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show. I did it. I revealed. There's the big reveal. Welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show on the USA Global TV and Radio Network. I'm the host of the Perfect Podcast Show. My name is Keith, and I'm the host. Oh, that's me. Look at that's all about me. Writer for National Lampoon, Bestselling Author. That's right. Founder of a school, IMPROV LA. That's also true. And this is me, and this is the Perfect Podcast Show, the show where I try to do things perfectly to host the most perfect show possible. Last week, some people said they couldn't hear me, so I just want to make sure the mic is close to my face this time, so that way people can hear me, because, you know, we have a lot of good things to say in this episode of the Perfect Podcast Show, including call the show. This is a real phone number, 818-392-4623. Call and leave a message, and we'll play it on the air next episode. We have a lot of messages, but I want you to call as well, because, you know, you probably have a lot of things to say. Again, if you call, you can't be on live now because there's no operator standing by type thing. But if you call and leave a message, we'll play it on the air, because we have this interactive thing. You know, this is your show too. This show goes off of the things that you say. If I'm just here doing my own thing in a bubble, then what's the point of doing a show? I could just do that alone in my room. But this is a show that goes out to the world, the hundreds of people that are in the world, or more, if there's more than 100 people in the world. I haven't counted in a while. How do they count that? Is it census? I don't fill out census. So am I not counted? So is that how they tell how many people there are? Or is it just how many people have cell phones? Or is it how many people have Instagram? But then some people don't have Instagram. How can they actually tell how many people there are? Because there could be secret people. It's people with different names. I never thought about this before. Anyways, wow, getting ahead of myself. Probably inspired by our guest, which we'll get to in a minute. But we have a comment coming in. That's good. That's good. Also, oh wow. Hi, Kim. Thanks for watching live from Africa. That's great. There's probably at least 100 people there. Wow. Thanks for watching from Africa, Kim Rogers. That's amazing. KR. Those are good initials. KR. Mine's KS. So I'm one after you in the initials category alphabetically. Anyways, call the show. Go ahead, Kim. You can call too. 818-392-4623. We have a call that came in a few weeks ago, and we're going to play that call now and listen to one of our fantastic viewers. Let's listen to that call. Hi there. Thanks for calling the Perfect Podcast Show. Leave your message and we'll play it on the air. How was that? Does that work?
Hello. I think I have the wrong number because I was looking for the Perfect Poocast Show. Is this the Perfect Poocast Show or the Perfect Podcast Show? Can you give me a call back because I'd like to be a guest? My number is...
All right. I've said this many times. Thank you for calling, caller. But again, this is the Perfect Podcast Show. It is a podcast that you watch, and it's a show. I don't know what a poocast is. We're not a poocast. We are a podcast. The logo looks like two O's, but it is an O and a D. It is a POD podcast. So thank you for the call. Sorry you're looking for the poocast show. That's not us. I was looking up during that, how can they tell how many people are in the world? Population estimates and projections are based on census, survey, and admin information. Census, I understand. Survey, is it just like, hey, do you want to take a survey? Do you live on Earth? Is that what the survey is? And then administrative information is so broad. What does that mean? Just all data of all time? Or anyways, hundreds of people on Earth. Wow, this does feel like it goes in line with our guest, which we're going to get to in just a minute or two. But before we get to our guest, we got to play an ad to pay the bills to make the Perfect Podcast Show, not Poocast. So we're going to listen to one of those ads right now.
Hey there, it's me, famous crooner Jacalyn Fenty, and now you can sing a duet with me, famous crooner Jacalyn Fenty. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She never bothers with people she'd hate. That's right, you don't have to be a famous lounge singer like me, Jacalyn Fenty, to sing a duet with me, Jacalyn Fenty. You can just buy my new album, where I sing half of the song and you sing the rest. But baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. In fact, you don't even need to be a singer, much like me, famous crooner Jacalyn Fenty, to sing a duet with me, Jacalyn Fenty. All you need is my new record. Start spreading the news. I wanna be a part of it. These vagabond shoes, right through the very heart of it. So buy my album now. Jacalyn Fenty, that's me, and I got an album. I know people don't buy albums anymore, but get one of mine and you can sing with me, famous crooner jazz singer, Jacalyn Fenty. This is where you sing.
Okay, thank you, Jacalyn Fenty, for that fantastic ad space there. Thank you for that. You know, if you have always wanted to sing as well, I guess you can get his album and play it and then just sing while it's playing, I guess, is the purpose of that album. All right, Jacalyn Fenty. Wow, thanks, Jacalyn. So my guest this week on the Perfect Podcast Show has so many exciting things going on. He is an author. He is someone who skates on the ice and plays hockey, also known as hockey player, hockey teacher, has a dog, has a wife, about to be a dad, probably other things we don't even know about, but maybe we can learn about it. His first debut book is called Orphans of Canland. One of the reviews said, a complicated, rich, and challenging work, an impressive debut that goes beneath surface issues of climate apocalypse fiction. Wow. Can't wait to talk to him and all about his book, Orphans of Canland, and other stuff going on. Is like, please welcome to the Perfect Podcast Show, Danny Vitale.
Whoa.
Here you are. Whoa. Yeah. It's
incredible.
Yeah. What's incredible? That the intro, or just how fantastic the
technology,
the
intro,
great.
And that you got Jacalyn Fenty.
Yeah, I know. Jacalyn's a tough guy to get because he's making those albums where he sings half of the songs.
He does open mic nights at Cahuenga General Store, I heard.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
where he's performing. So does he just
gets
goes up there and
tuna.
sings half the song? And
Tuna sandwich, and it's like a sing-along format.
wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea for karaoke as well. Just like, you sing this part, and it's like, yeah, I will when I sign up and I sing my next part.
Well,
wow, Danny,
fries.
thanks for being on the Perfect Podcast Show.
Thanks for having me.
You have so much stuff going on. And I hear you're going to be a dad soon. Is that true? Is that right? I already know, but I'm just asking.
It's supposed to be April 26th is the due date. I've heard that's fungible, if that's the right word.
So you have a month before or I don't know. Do you consider yourself a dad now, or are you only a dad once you see the baby?
I consider myself a practicing dad. Like, I'm in warm-up mode.
Okay.
You know, I think that being husband to a pregnant person is sometimes like being a dad.
Yeah. You have to
I'm
change
sure
diapers and wipe butts and like
I've been doing
crying
that for 31 years on myself anyway.
That's
so
true.
that is not what I'm worried about. I'm more talking about stuff like, you know, bringing somebody a meal and then being told that it like smells bad or that it's going to make them throw up, stuff like that.
And this is what the kid will do?
This is what the kid's going to do.
Oh, okay.
But it's already happening. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's already happening. You're saying that about yourself when you bring yourself a meal.
I'm saying that without naming names. There's someone who also lives in my house who sometimes will request a meal that then suddenly smells bad to that person, which they then afterward throw it up. Because
do you just have a random roommate? Who could this possibly be? Well, that's exciting. Wow, very exciting, and exciting about your book. That's
very cool.
That's so exciting. Orphans of Canland.
Oh my God, there it is.
Yeah, this is definitely not just a two-dimensional cutout of the book. This is.
I was gonna say it has.
No, it's really the book. It's really the book.
Okay, good.
It could
It's
look like
at
that,
least
though, right?
one copy then.
Yeah, it's oh my God. I mean, first to begin, who made this cover?
That's a guy named Patrick Atkins. He is a British artist in, I think, Bristol, UK, and he just nailed it. He asked for cool. 10 pages of the book, and we talked about it, and he gave me a couple options, and then it turned into that, which, you know, please judge a book by its cover, because he did the best job.
Just looking at this is like, wow, when is this going to be a movie? I want to see it.
Oh, I would love for it to be a movie.
Yeah. So it's like, it's 2088 is when it takes place.
As if that's the first time I've thought about it being a movie.
Is it? Was it? Maybe this is the first time.
Whoa, no. I checked my email. I checked my email compulsively, just hoping. Yes, it's set in 2088 in a California desert greening project after an environmental collapse has changed the political, social configuration of America and the world. And in this little community, these people are trying to restore nature to the desert that's been wrecked by climate change. And we see this world through the eyes of our 12-year-old narrator, whose name is Tristan. He can't feel physical pain, so the stress centers in his brain have not fully developed. So it's a bad world, but he is really optimistic about it because he doesn't know what stress or danger is.
Wow. So much to unpack. So first of all, can you see the future? Do you think this is the future? 2088, it's like, sounds far away, but it's really not.
I put it there probably because of some, math problem that I did about, when are my grandkids going to have grandkids or something to that effect.
Oh, yeah. So is Tristan your future grandkid?
I would be so honored if he was. I was about to say I hope not, just because of everything that he has to go through, but he's so insightful, like as if I didn't write him, but he's such a smart, caring, even though he's not aware, he wants to do the right thing, even if he doesn't know what that is. Because there's so many different ideologies, that he's being bombarded with, and he's kind of got to figure out what he cares about. It's a coming of age story tucked into this, sci-fi dystopia.
So much to say. When is something that you did that you wish you didn't do that you've never told anyone before?
What is something?
What's something? Because he's trying to do the right thing. Tristan's trying to do the right thing. What's something you did in real life that you're like, I wish I didn't do that, and you've never told anyone until right now?
I was just thinking about this the other day. Hang on. I know what it was. I was feeling really guilty about something that happened so long ago. Where I slapped a kid on the back when I was
okay.
Wait. I struck out in wiffle ball. He lived at the end of a cul-de-sac, and he was the friend of my friend. So I didn't even know him. And I got struck out, and behind me, he was the catcher, and he went, yes. And I wheeled on him, and I struck him in the back. 5-star. I've never forgotten about it.
Was you as an adult to a kid playing wiffle ball?
This was when I'm 31, about to be 32. This is when I was 42, and it happened to a 9-year-old.
Oh, okay. So this happens in the future. Wow.
Future self goes back. Wow. My kid's friend strikes me out in wiffle ball. my masculinity can't handle it.
No, you got to slap them. It's pretty
Blam.
good how you can tell the future. So
Yeah.
like in Orphans of Canland, so like I feel like so many stories about the future post-apocalyptic is the bigger world. But the cool thing is the smaller stuff. So like it's through Tristan's eyes, seeing his day to day. And there's so many things we don't hear about in history. Like we don't hear about like did Abraham Lincoln, was he in an argument with his wife before going to the Ford's Theater? Like we don't hear those day to day things. We just hear like, oh, he went and he did. So it's like so fascinating to hear. Like this is someone who's 12 who didn't know how the world was before.
Yeah. Well, he's got to learn. So he talks to the people in the community who lived through the conflict that brought everything down. And yeah, like what story are we telling ourselves about the changing world? And what story are we going to tell our kids about it? Are we going to, you know, as a father in practice, a practicing
soon to be, yes.
And a soon to be actual dad, I'm like, yeah, what am I going to own as I tell him how this whole thing happened? So,
because we look over things so quickly. We're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like, oh, that thing, yeah, that happened, no big deal. But like living through it, and it's like kids now when it's like, what is 9/11? And they don't know what like these big events were. So
Yeah.
like in this book, like Tristan's like, yeah, like I don't know what the world was like. He just has to hear stories.
That's right.
And yeah, how are they told?
He
Just in
doesn't
one
know.
sentence, and that was like the suffering of environmental collapse, which would be what would be the worst part about environmental collapse, do you think? To me, it's too hot.
Too hot would really be unfortunate. The limited resources would be the worst part. At the beginning of the book, we sort of get the lay of the land through this conflict about rations and supplies. And, you know, when you're writing a book that doesn't take place in our world, you sort of have to get the rules of the world laid out there early enough so that the audience is, you know, on board with you. They know what kind of world they're stepping into. Everything after that has a foundation that it can make sense upon. So I think that, you know, having to eat like raisins and beef jerky for like a whole week until you're given next week's raisins and beef jerky, that would be tough. That would really, really be tough.
Yeah, because like now it's so easy for us to just go on an app and order anything we want. Oh, they're out of my favorite tomato sauce. I guess I'll get one of the other ones.
That happened at Trader Joe's the other day. They didn't have great northern beans, so I had to make the bean dish with kidney beans. It was terrible.
And your whole week is ruined because they didn't have the one that you liked. What's something that you order online that is a guilty pleasure that you're like, I should stop ordering this?
I never feel great about ordering sushi.
Online, like through like eBay sushi.
I sort of prefer like Etsy sushi is like very cute.
Yeah, very cute. Kawaii, one might say.
Yeah. What?
You know kawaii?
No, what's that?
It's kawaii. It's how you say cute in Japanese, and I think then you do this.
Oh, nice.
Kawaii,
yeah, cool.
Kawaii.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, you get it.
I feel bad because the fisheries, there's actually a bit in the book about the fishing industry and the toll that it takes not just on the fish and the ecosystems in the ocean, but the fishing villages and the people and the land, the coastal lands. It's a chain reaction of badness.
Wow. I'm starting to think you know how to read.
I have been practicing.
Because it sounds like you had to do research, like some of this based on like what's happening now, what could happen in the future. It's not just like, yeah, I don't know, thing happened. Because it is like the fishing industry.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, any meat and stuff like that is not helping. And it's like people like, I want the good tuna.
Right. The tuna with less mercury. Safe catch, by the way. This episode is brought to you by. Yeah, I did do a lot of research for this book. A lot of it was on Wikipedia, which I'm not ashamed to say, because some Wikipedia articles are so long, but I mean, really, man. But I did do a lot of research, agricultural and on neuroscience too, because of Tristan's condition. I was like, okay, how does this actually, you know, work. And so much of the research shows up in like one line. Like I needed a metaphor in his mother, who is, well, we can go full circle, a population controlist. In one of her speeches that she gives to the community, she's an advocate for extreme measures of population control.
Wait, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Wait. Hello?
Hi, Keith. I'm sorry to bother you right now.
Wait.
I'm trying to get a hold of Danny. I think he's with you right now or something.
Danny, this is your wife calling.
Hi.
Is your phone ringing, Danny?
I don't feel it. It's on Do Not Disturb. I don't know.
His phone is on Do Not Disturb. What's going on? Is everything okay?
Okay, I think I'm going into labor right now.
What?
I'm having contractions and they're kind of like a little bit close together. So I need him to take me to the hospital.
How close?
He said how close?
What? Like close? Like, you
Tell her
know,
to count. How long in between?
He said how long in between? It sounds like she's going into labor right now, though.
I mean, I tell him, like, I don't know, like 3 minutes. I'm telling, like, we need to get going.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tell him. I'll tell him to go right now.
How many centimeters? Ask her how many centimeters she is. There's a tape measure in the drawer.
How many centimeters are you? There's a tape measure in the drawer.
A tape measure? No, that's like a doctor's job. A doctor gets in there with like a fucking like measuring thing.
Mirror and a ruler.
Okay,
I'm
mirror
doing
and
this.
yeah.
I'm here.
He said he's doing the podcast. So I guess to wait.
Can she hold it for like 9 minutes?
Like hold in the baby?
Hold in the baby for 9 minutes. He's saying.
You want me to hold in the baby for 9 minutes with what? Like duct tape?
Hey, babe, can you hear me? No, she can't
no, because the headphones. He said, "Hey, babe, can you hear me?"
Tell her I'll be in soon.
He can just call me on his phone. I'm his wife. I'm going into labor right now. This is the moment.
I think it's okay.
He's doing a hand motion, and he said he think it's okay. Oh, he told me not to say that.
I would like to get back to population control. If we could talk more about that.
Call an Uber driver. Let's see if I should just like call an Uber driver or something.
I can meet her at Cedars. That's fine.
Yeah, he's nodding and saying he'll meet you at the hospital.
Does she want a sandwich? Do you want me to bring her a sandwich?
And he'll stop and get a sandwich if you want, because he wants to go back to talking about population control.
Yeah.
This is not the moment to be talking about population control.
Really is not.
I mean,
the earth right now.
One's too many, two's not enough. Am I right?
Wow. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not going to repeat that. Okay, well, yeah, maybe do the Uber and then I'll try to get him to finish this up quickly.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, fuck both of you.
Sorry. Wow. Okay, we heard that part.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm going into labor.
I'm sweaty now. Do you want to go? That's
No. We can finish this up and then I'll head inside.
It sounds like you got to go now. But okay, so okay, so you were saying population control.
Population
Wikipedia.
control. Yes, that's what we were talking about. Yeah. So the way that they actually figure out who is on the earth and how many people there are on the earth. You said that surveys and censuses and administrative data.
I can't focus right now, but
it's okay.
You keep going. Yeah.
Don't worry about you. Hey, if I'm cool, you're cool. You don't need to stress.
Yeah, I feel bad, but okay. Yeah, I'll be cool.
Dr. Dad over here. Come on.
Yeah, practicing. That's right. Just like
Daddy
doctors
Danny.
are practicing. Yeah, Daddy Danny.
This is what practicing is like. You can't get frazzled in a moment of stress. You have to just take a deep breath. You say, this is where gentle parenting comes in. You say, you feel like you're having contractions. You feel like you're about to have a baby. That's a big feeling. Do you want to express that in some way that's less loud? So that's how I feel about that.
That's good. So just, all right.
You're not wrong. Your feelings aren't wrong. There's no wrong feeling.
Yeah. I feel guilty for stopping you leaving for trying to do the show.
I would feel guilty for leaving the show early.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a bunch, and like this is like your baby. It's like happening, so I just feel bad that I'm like, let's talk about
Listen,
things.
20 minutes with you, 20 years with him. Hopefully more. Hopefully I have more than 20 years. That would be
Why
amazing.
did you say 20 years? What?
So this brings me to the point where for the administrative data, that is when they count backwards. That's how they only actually ever know how many people are in the world as of yesterday, because they count backwards from how many there are going to be that day with being born and dying. They then go, whoop.
Going
So-
back to the survey, that original. Okay, yeah. So just going I'll try to focus. So back to Orphans of Canland.
Yeah, my first baby, if you will.
The first baby, which you showed up for. It sounds like so Tristan can't feel pain, and his mother cares about population control. So is this really just like a fan fiction of Wolverine and Thanos?
Oh, I've never seen it.
What Wolverine and Thanos?
Right. So
What? Oh no! Wait. What was the wink about? Are
I
you
didn't
saying
know that.
it is?
I actually didn't
Is
know
this
that
fan
Wolverine
fiction.
Wait, it's not fan fiction for all of
Okay.
you superhero fan fiction lovers out there. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't know that Wolverine couldn't feel pain.
I guess he feels pain. He just regenerates. So yeah, never mind. He
Right.
Yeah, he can feel it.
Tristan definitely does not regenerate.
Okay. Does he have claws?
He actually, now it gets like kind of sad, but he has to like always keep his nails super short, and he has to wear goggles so that he doesn't like get something in his eye and not know about it. And
Oh
all these
yeah.
precautions, like he was born, they had to take out his appendix like right away. And there's like all this stuff that he's gone through as a child that has,
Whoa.
impacted him in a way that none of us else who can feel pain would be impacted.
Yeah.
Helena, on the other hand, his mother, is a little bit like Thanos. Yeah, she's like, there's too many of us. This brought the world down. We need to she's less, although I guess Thanos isn't like eugenical about it. He's just kind of like, we're just random half,
What does your genitals mean?
Eugenical?
Your genitals?
Right.
Was that what you're saying?
That is when you in the process of making a baby. You know what I mean?
Your genitals. Okay. So it's hard to focus. If you couldn't feel pain, so like it kind of is cool he can't feel pain, but
Right.
also I'm thinking of multiple things. My mind's all over the place. If you couldn't feel pain, what would you do if you couldn't feel pain?
If I couldn't feel pain, then I also couldn't feel stress, right? Like my brain wouldn't know to say danger, 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 don't go near that thing, at least in Tristan's case. So I would probably just chill,
It seems like you're chilling now. It seems like you don't feel stressed now.
Listen, stress
and I'm stressing.
It's like an amorphous thing where sometimes it's like up here for no reason, but you know how like sometimes you perform like calmest under pressure?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be looking out the window. There are these two mourning doves that like to sit right on the fence, and they kind of sit there and they like peck at each other and they ruffle their feathers. It's super cute. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the world right now? This is a mess. Like, I got to get out of here. I need some medication. That stresses me out. But when my wife is going into labor, when I'm on the Perfect Poop podcast show, I'm kind of like, whatever, man. I think that's the goalie in me, like a hockey goalie.
Yeah, we didn't even get to the hockey stuff. Because we were talking about your first baby, Orphans of Canland, and you want I just disappeared. And so you want to see this book, and hey, they're toasting, because this book will tell you lots of great.
Well, that'll happen. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Sometimes in the middle of promoting a book, we hit the mute. And that's okay. I think I might have to go see to my son. He is going to be born.
Bye.